Hi friends, my name is Bhavya Mangla. I am again back with a very interesting topic which is inspired from my book The Power of Self-Talk, and today I am going to talk about the power of tolerance. And by the time this video will end, you will understand what exactly is the meaning of tolerance, why tolerance is important, how we can inculcate tolerance in our life as much as possible. Let me start with a very interesting story. This story is of Mahatma Buddha. He had one disciple, Bharadvaj. So when the people, the neighbors and the relatives came to know that now Bharadwaj has become a disciple of Mahatma Buddha, they felt very angry. They said, how this can happen as someone has, they left the active life and become a saint. So one of the relative could not stop himself and he went to meet Mahatma Buddha. After going there and meeting him, he started shouting, abusing, saying all kind of bad things, whatever is possible to Mahatma Buddha. Mahatma was kept on listening to him and just smiling as much as possible. After a while, that relative felt tired and then he stopped. When he stopped, then Mahatma Buddha shared some thoughts with him. He said that assume that a relative is coming to your place and you are offering some food and vegetables to him. Do you think that if that person is not willing to take those food, automatically that food will go to that person? The relative was already very angry. He said that how it is possible that food will automatically go to that person if that person is not willing to take it, will stay back. Mahatma said something similar I have done with you. You said all bad things to me, but I refuse to take it. Now think that where it has gone. It has gone back to you. At that time, that relative realized the importance or the power of Mahatma Buddha, that how strong and how clear is in his mind with respect to. And then he also realized that yes, his friend Bharadvaj is in the right place and whatever he's going to do here, that will be certainly good for him. If you look into the story, the basic objective is that we should have tolerance, we should have patience, we should be able to accept the situation as it is, even if it is not as per our expectation. And when we do that, there is a very high possibility that we will be able to overcome any kind of situation, any kind of challenge. Someone has rightly said, tolerance is the ability of your heart to value relationships and peace over more than other people's weakness. In general, when we talk about tolerance, primarily it means wisdom, it means understanding. But in general, in our society, when we talk about we are being tolerant, it is being generally considered to be a weakness. It is being considered that you're not taking any action and people are just suppressing you. But actually, when we talk about that word suppression, primarily it is being used when somebody is doing something very wrong to you, like child abuse or something like that, then that word can be used. But otherwise, when we talk about tolerance, the intent is that you have an understanding about how to face any situation in life. It could be simple, it could be difficult. If I talk in context of India, let's take the example of Punjab, where the people eat generally spicy food. On the other hand, if you talk about Gujarat, people generally eat sweet. In the lentil or in the dal, they have some sweet there. Now assume that if a person from Punjab goes to Gujarat and finds that how it is possible that a person is eating lentil which is sweet and not salted and spicy. Now there are two ways. One is to shout about it, and the second is to understand that different places can have different culture. So the most important thing with respect to tolerance is understanding. So for example, I'm making this video. Now there could be a possibility that someone tried to disturb me. Someone tried to uh, make sure that I am not focusing on what I'm saying. Now I have two choices. One is to make that other person strong by becoming distracted. The second option is I can keep my focus here and do what is intended to be done. And by doing that, automatically the other person is going to fail. Well, someone has very rightly said, tolerance and patience should not be read as sign of weakness. They are signs of strength. Often it happens in our life that when we talk about tolerance, when we talk about understanding, we want that all the people who are around us, they should understand us. Now when we talk about people around us, it could be our parents, spouse, children, colleagues, friends, or maybe some unknown people. We expect that whatever we think is right, they should understand that. In general, majority of the people understand the way we think, but there are always certain few people who have their own perspective of life. And when people have their own perspective of life, sometimes we feel that they are very unjust, or they don't understand our perspective, or maybe they are unkind to us, and there can be all negative things that we think about those persons. So we try to convince them, we try to tell them that no, this is wrong, this is right, and you should behave in this way. Majority of the people understand, but still there are few people who don't understand, and they want to do things in their own way. When they do the things in their own way, then what happens, that we start feeling suffocated, we start feeling disturbed, we at times we also feel depressed also, that why I'm in this situation. And then when all those things happen, we try to go away from that place. So that's why it happens that people often change job. Many times it happens that in a relationship between a husband and a wife, they decide to go away. Many times it happens in the family that they have separate kitchens, or they want to sell the property to live separately, and so many things happen. But does it give a long-term peace? The answer is no. For a certain time frame, yes, they may feel good that yes, now I'm feeling relaxed, I'm feeling better. But after a while, they will meet another set of people who have a different perspective, who have a different understanding. And again, the same cycle of intolerance starts. Well, it has been very, very rightly said that to tolerate does not mean to die, but to live in. Everyone's hurt with love, no matter how much against you someone is. Even if you have to tolerate not once but 10 times, nevertheless, the fruit of the power of tolerance is imperishable and sweet. So, when we start understanding the concept of tolerance, when we understand that when we are tolerant, at that time we are always relaxed, we are always calm, and we also understand that by having this practice, we can have more friends. Our relationship with people will increase. At that time, we start implementing that. So, for example, assume that you're going on a road and you find a mentally retarded person. Now, that person is not in his senses. That person can talk anything, maybe any abusive language. Do we feel bad about it? Do we feel angry about that person? The answer is no, because we know that that person is retarded. When we start seeing the other person, whenever they are behaving in that way, that yes, at this particular point of time, they are behaving in the same way in which that retarded person is. We don't have to think anything wrong about that. We don't have to feel angry about them. When we start accepting them, things become easy. And then when we start the power of tolerance more and more, so what happens? Our relationship improves. First of all, our relationship with ourselves improves. People start trusting ourselves. When we talk about organizations, all those people are valued more, whom they find always balanced, who can understand the different situation, who can see the different situation with equanimity and can take the right decision. So the choice lies with us. A very, very interesting quote which has been shared by Muhammad Ali. He said, our only hope lies in the power of our love, generosity, tolerance, and understanding, and our commitment of making the world a better place for all. My dear friends, if I talk about myself, I challenge myself to always have highest level of tolerance. At times I have seen myself going out and speaking all nonsense thing, I can say that. But then again I challenge myself to bring me back and accepting the people as they are, and try to respond, not to react to any situation. What you are doing, I'm looking for your feedback. Thank you.